destructuring the props. What is the destructuring the props? The first component, okay, when you do npm start, where it will go, so it is going here, and this is the student list. So in the student list, what is happening here? So we are going to be take students, and see, this is a through map object, and in the class component we are going to be pass the data. So same thing, we are passing okay, so yeah, yesterday this is a simple program. Okay, yesterday what we have done, so we have done the passing props to element. So I think this is the folder. What will just a minute, in the project source component, and the destructuring the props. Yeah, so okay, we'll have one more example with the destructuring the props. We'll go with the what do you call it? Main component and the child component. So I want to create a two component. So one is a main component. That main component is containing all the information. So that information we are going to be passed to the child. So instead, what and all we have to learn in the course content. So hello world, folder, component, class component, JSX, props, state, set state, destructuring the props. So I, what is the props? There is a state will be there. State means what is information. That information we are going to be share as a props. Okay, so we know that one. So now what I want to do? So I want to do restructuring the props. Okay, how to do? So first I want to create a one component. So what is that one? So before that I want to make a one folder name. So that is a destructure, something like that. Okay, this is a folder name. Then I want to create a one component. So that component will be a main component. See, always make a proper wordings, okay? Main component dot, sorry, dot JSX. So then import React from React. Okay, so I have imported a React from the React. So then I want to create a one more class called import child component. We'll import later. Okay. Okay, so just a minute. Okay, the first what I want to do, I want to create a one object. So first, what is the class name? Sorry, functional function main component. So this is my functional component name. Okay, so we know this one. So then I want to create a one object. So how, what is that object? Constant person. Okay, before that, what we have to do? So I have created, then what is it then? We have to do a return and opening close brace. So this is the code we know this one till now. So then what you have to do? Export default main component. See, this is a component we have created. What is the purpose of export means? So this component we are going to be export to somewhere like app.js or anything. So first, what I want to do? So it is throwing an error. So how to clear the error? Div, and this is the main component. Okay, so save it. So just I want to display means where it is. First it is going to be node app.js. So just I want to remove from here, or else if you want to comment, or if you want to remove, so anything you can do it. I will remove. So what is my component? Main component. So how to import? So for that, if you just use a less than man, see, automatically it is came main component. where it is in the component destructure main component is there. So just click on that, automatically it is imported here. Okay, if it is not imported, manually you need to call a import main component from and all. Okay, so how to do if it is not imported automatically? So you have done this much. So how to import? So import. So this name and this name should be same thing. Main component from where in the component folder and destructure and main component. So you can do like this. So let's see in the localhost 3000 what it is running. If you go here, so this is the main component. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to create a one object. So what is an object? The constant person equals to, okay, name equals to Virat Kohli and age. So you can mention in a if you mention in the double quote, it is treated as a string, or else it is treated as an integer. Now it is an integer. Age is 30, and city is Delhi. Okay, so this is our what we can say person object. Okay, so now what we are going to be pass as an props or a, okay, passing the props from one child to the another child. We are going to be passing the props data. Okay. So how to pass a props? Okay. So passing the props is what here. Okay. Uh, we'll go here. I want to pass to the another component. So where is that another component? I want to create a, one more component called. So that is called a child component. Child component. So you have to be mentioned written properly wordings. Child component dot JSX. Okay. So then import React from React. Then constant. What is that one? Sorry, child component, right? So child child component open close brace open close bracket. So then return. Okay. Okay, so this is a, yeah, sorry, if you're passing as an arrow function, you are going to be create a what we can say a constant. If you're using a what you can say, see, now I used a constant and here I used a function. So I'm getting a child as an props. Let wait equals to greater than and a return. So I want to add a one div. Okay. So what is the mistake? Uh, constant child component. So I need to pass the props value. So that is we are going to be pass the props value. So what is the props we are going to be pass it? So we will see here. Okay. So this is the div is there. So I am called a function component. So that is okay. So 1 minute. Yeah, sorry, I have written inside here only the app.js. So that this has to be written inside a where control X. So control Z, control A, control C, control V. Okay, so we need to remove the what you can say, main component, right? Main component. Okay, so just I will remove this. Okay, so this we will remove from here, save it, and we'll go here, React functional component, export. So what is the component I need to add? That is the main component I need to add. So import, no, let wait, okay. So it's child component, what I am doing here, so just I want to pass a props to the child, so that has to be displayed here. So now what I want to do, inside a main component, okay, I need to import one more component, so that is called a child component. Okay, so this is the main component. So I want to pass this value to the child component. How to do this one? So for that, import child component. So where is the child? Yeah, before sorry, I import React from, sorry, from React. So we have imported, what is the mistake? Import, import React from React. Okay, the first is, okay, we'll go one more time. First, what is we are going to be doing here? We are going to be passing as an props to the child component. The first, the component is a main component. The main component I need to call the child component. So why child component? So I want to pass this information to the child component. So child component from sorry, dot forward slash. Okay, so for this child component, see here, this is my component, main component. In the main component I have a person object. That person object I want to passing as a props. Okay. Okay, so how it is passing the props? So here I want to take it as a person equals to opening close brace person. Okay, so here this person object I am going to be passed as an props to your child component. Okay, so just to differentiate, I will add a h1 tag. This is a parent component. So okay, so I want to passing the props to this child component. So there I want to take it as a person. Okay, so from the parent component to the child component, I want to take it as a props. So here, what is the child component here? The child component taking as a person as a props here. So that is a person. Okay. Okay. Now here, what is the destructuring? So destructuring means we are going to be destructure the component. So how to do this one? That is a constant open close brace name, what is all name is there, name age city, name age city equals to, what is this one, the person. Okay, so this is a object. Okay, let's say I want to say this is the person object containing the, what is the value? So name equal to Virat Kohli, age equal to age colon 32, city equals to Delhi. So this is how the name age will be restructured from the person object and it is dumped to the name. So now I want to display the here the output. So H2, this is a child component. Okay, so this is the child component. So I want to take a something pre tag. So what is I want to print? Name colon sorry. Instead of pre tag, I will use a control D paragraph tag. So in the name column, so I want to print this name. Control C, Control V, and one other paragraph. So that is the name. So that is age. Open close brace. So that is the age, and paragraph. So that is the one more thing. City colon open close city. Okay. So what is happening here? From the main component I have this object, so that object I have sent to the child component. Where is the child component? Child component is here. So what I am going to be passing the child component? So I am going to be pass the person as an a props. So that's why I am going to be take a child component here and a person is here. So this person containing all your object. So that object is restructured into a name, city, value. So what is a destructuring means? It will not show the key pair value. So in the name places, it is going to be stored Virat Kohli in the age 32 city. So there is a, it is not showing the, okay, let I will show here. So just I want to do, I have to do export default child component. So, okay, so what is the problem? Main component, so in the source this main component. So what is the main component? So what is telling that? Yeah, so here I need to call a save it. So then I want to call the import child component from child component, child component. Okay. So in the main component, what is the error? It is the so in the source folder component destructure main component line number 4 passing and main component is already defined in the. Okay, so I want to go for the component and a 49, that is a 49. So main component is here. Okay, this is the open close brace and this is the component and this is the child component. Okay, fourth 9. Okay, still has an error. Okay, so we will go through one more thing. So first we will go for the app.js. Okay, so in the app.js, what it contains? It contains the multiple what you can say a data. Okay, so here what we are doing, so let's check for the, instead of storing it in a main component, sorry, exporting a main component. Yeah, I had done a little bit mistake here. So here we are passing as a props, but we need to import a main component only. So here main component, save it. Okay, still it is showing an error. Okay, we'll go by one. First, what is that one? The first we are going to be importer. We'll remove one. So main component. So from where in the restructuring of props, a main component. Sorry, we'll comment here. Okay, the main component from uh, a destructure and the main component. In the main component, what it contains? In the main component, it contains the actual your data. So what is the actual data it is there? It is containing the information. So what information? So we have imported the child component. For the child component, we are passing as a main component as a props. What is a props? The person object. So this person object is containing the name and Virat Kohli, age and city. So in the return I am passing a child component, person and person. Okay. So now what I want to do, uh, I want to I want to passing as a props to the child component. So now I want to go for the child component. In the child component, what is happening here? I am going to take as a child component as a sorry, the props data in the person object. Okay. So then I am restructuring the props. So after restructuring, so it is a name, age, city, everything. It is a displaying the here. So now everything is looks correct. Then what is the mistake is the main component is already declared. So here it is app.js. Let's see wherever we have displayed any component here. Here it is a class is there, my function is there, hello world is there. No, destructure child component. Okay, we'll have one more thing. Control 49. Okay, everything there is a no syntax error also. What is the problem? Person. Okay, we'll have a little bit already written code here. Just have a cross check once. So everything looks correct only syntactically, but where we done a mistake, child component person. Okay, first it will load here. From here it is going to be open the component restructure. So this component will be opened from here. Then I am going to be passed as an approx to this one. Okay. So just log in with the Google from groups and training from the training. Okay. From here, source is there and component is there. Restructuring the props. The main component is there. I think main component. Yeah, it's correct. The main component is here and everything is here. Okay, fine. So same thing main component and the child it is there and restructuring the props child component and here it is the child component is there. Okay. Okay, so let copy paste once again. Copy. So this is for a child component. Control V, save it. Okay, we'll close it. My class component will close it. So then we'll do here for the main component and copy and control V, save it. So main component. So what I will do, I will change this component to some other because I don't know whether somewhere main. So I will change a control to main. Okay, main component is 49. So here I want to import the main. So everything looks correct only. Child component, talks person in the main. So this is the main component. From the main component, I am going to be passed as an props to this child. Okay. Okay, fine. So we will see this one. Okay, what is the everything syntaxically it is written correctly only, but 4 9. It's the fourth 9. The main. Oh, sorry. I've done a very silly mistake here. Okay. So this is my main component. So I know this one. Okay. So in the child component, so I need to make a child component here. So this is the actual main component. No, correct only. This is the child I am passing as. Okay. Yeah, I have done that. See, I will remove everything. Okay, I have done a very silly mistake. So I will remove this one. Rename main component dot js. See, whenever you're writing a code, so that is the best practice is the, so that is the main component of JX. So control, we save it, and the child component is this one. Child component is this one. Save it. Okay. So now what is happening here in the line number 4, main component of JS. So main component is there, child component is there. Okay. So just that is I am passing this and props to the child component. Okay. So control C means C, sorry, CLS npm start again. One more time we will start. So it will create the cache as well. Okay, from the app main component, from the main component we are passing a child, we are passing a child component. See here. See here what happens with the app.js. We have imported a main component. Okay, actually from the app.js it is running. The main the main component we are passing the one more component, that is the child component. The, in first we will see what is we have defined in the main component. We have defined a one person object, that object containing a name, page, everything. Okay. From there I want to passing the this data. Okay. To where? To the one more component, that is the child component. Okay. From the app to main component, from main component to the child component. So exact child component, I am destructuring the props. What is the destructure? Destructure in the sense. See, this props will containing the whole data. So I will show here CLG console.log of a person. Save it. We'll go here. Run it. Control Shift I. See here, this object is containing the age 30, city, name. But what happens here? We are not taking the whole object, only we are taking the value. Inside the age, 30 is there. So what we are going to do? In the age property, we are dumping a 30. In the name property, we are uh, putting a John or city and a name or anything. So I think you have taken a Virat Kohli, right? Virat Kohli, page 30, and Delhi. Save it. See here. We are taking a person as an object, but we are restructuring into what individual element. So that is the name, age, city. So that is the name, age, city. So in the name, Virat Kohli will be done, and age it is 30, and city will be Delhi. So this what object it contains? Name equal to name colon Virat Kohli, age is 32, city New York or Delhi. It is shown like that. But we have destructured the prop into what is that one? Name will be replaced with the Virat Kohli, age 30, city Delhi. So it will not take the name means name Virat Kohli, age 32, city Delhi. So the name Virat Kohli, age 32, city Delhi it is to going to be take. So that value which is going to be displayed as a props. Okay, so here what we got to know, so how to take the props as a, see, how to take the object as a props and a destructuring. Destructure means what? We are means we are structuring with a less amount of a data. We are not taking a whole object from the object. We are taking the only necessary value to be print. So this object contains the key pair value. This person object it containing the name Virat Kohli is now. But in the when we restructure, we are not taking the name. We are just taking the values here. But indirectly, key pair instead of key pair value, we are going to be uh, add a data. Okay. So this is how restructuring the props it will works. Okay, so next, what is this one? Event handling. What is an event handling? So this is the closing is an event. This is a closing is an event. So this is called the event handling. Event means what? The something is happened. Okay, what is the something is happened? If I close means if I click means something is a, this is an event, and this is an event. This is an event. So enter is an event. So like that. So for that I want to create a one more folder, so that folder name will be, so that is the event, and I want to create the file name is that is the event handler.jsx. Okay, so I will use a somewhat shortcut key react functional component export, because every time we need to type, so that's why. So here what I want to do, I am using the one, so data management. Okay, so what is this one? Constant. So use state. Okay, I told her yesterday and day before yesterday also. Use state is a hook after React.js 16.7 it is introduced. So then there everybody is stopped using a class component. They are using a functional component. Okay, so for this we will discuss more on this React hooks. Okay, so just to understand. Okay, so before that I am taking the initial state. So input value, set input value, and initially will be an empty. Okay, so you forget about what is happening in the, so use state is a hook, so that is a value set value. How in the map we are object and set object, that object is there, no? So it is an, it might be a value, it might be an object, it might be an array, so we can define here. If you define this one, this is a value. If you define, if you, this is the object. If you define a like this, it is an array. Okay, so now it is a double quote, so then it is uh, a value, or like a initial value will be input value something, any variable we can say, variable set variable like that. So now what I want to do, I want to call a one input event handler. So like this, we know that is the input. Okay, so we are going to be take a input, so then a value equals to, what is the value? So input value, where we have defined here it is input value. What is the value? Initial value is empty, so that is clear. So then what I want to do, I want to call a one event handler. Sorry, this is not there. when I click or a on change, so for that on change is an event handle event change. So this is my function name. So when on change will be happen, so we call this the event. So in this event, the function handle event change open close brace. Okay, so this is the handle event change. So now what I want to do, when I do something change on the input text, then it has to be called this event handler, and we need to call the set input value method. So here we have set input method, and I want to event dot target dot value. So what is this event? So that event we are going to be passing here. So we will go through one by one. Okay. So P, and I want to take up one more H1 tag. So the value inside a text box is colon open close brace input value. Delete, save it, run it. Where is the program? So here it is a program. So it is running a old component only, old this one. So for that what I will do, I want to comment this one control forward slash, means automatically it is a disabled. Okay, now what is the component? So this component event handler component I need to add. So just type a event, see automatically it will come here. So event handler, where it is there inside a component event handler. Just click on that, automatically it is imported. So then close this one, save it. So then it is going to be run here. Okay, so this one I will remove from here, save it. Okay, so here what I will do, if I type something, welcome to React.js programming. Okay, so this is a welcome to React.js programming in the sense. So it is going to be what we can say. So here what we are doing. So whenever okay, so here what happened here. So we will see whenever I type something, it is going to be the value. Okay. So how it is happening? So here what we are doing, we will go for the event handler. Then we will understand it. So here what happened here. So I have created an input box. So then the value. So the value what it contains the input value. What is the input value initially? The initial value will be empty. So how? So that's why it is displaying the empty text box. So initially empty text box. If you want to see, if you add a something, save what, save it, run it. See, Sehwag automatically it will come. So initially I need to put a empty space. So that is why input value. What is the initial value? The initial value of input value is a empty. That is why the value will be empty. Okay. So next is the on change. What is the on change? On change is in a JavaScript event. When you do on change, what is on change? If I click the 4 means the 4 is a on change. 5 is on change. When I click 8, it is calling the on change. It is changing, right? If something it is changing means that is a on change event. Okay. So when I on change event is handled, then automatically it is calling the handle event change method. How it is method? This is the function or a function or method you can say. This function is calling, this function is defined here. We are passing an event. What is an event? So, so event is a by default the browser thing. So if I go for the CLG, enter. So we'll call the event. So the event is an object by the browser itself. It is going to pick you. If you just see here, control C. If I click something, W, C L, well, L, C, O, M, E. So it is going to be print the all the value. See, this is so many properties are there. Okay, so inside that event dot target dot value means the whatever the value we are going to be type inside the text box, so that is the thing. So this is the event tab. Okay, we'll go through one more thing. One more time. This is the input. The value will be input value. What is the input value? So it's the use state value. So initially we set an empty. So that's why it looks an empty. Okay, that is a clear. So then the next will be whenever on change. So if I add anything inside a text box, it is calling the on change method. So this is a calling a handle event method. So when it is calling, if you click anything, any number or character, automatically handle event function will be called, and it is a sending a event object. So this event object, what and all, it is containing the so many information. If I click here, it is containing the so many information. Okay, so here we want only from the event object, so the target value I want. So this event dot target dot value. So if I do event dot target dot value, okay, save it, reload it. Okay, so here what happens, abhi, see abhi. So here what happens, whatever I am going to do write, so when I click something a here in the value field, so it is calling the handle change, then it is calling the console.log, then set input event dot target dot value. Here what happens, so it is going to be set input. It is a setting the input to where it is for the input value. So that's why it is printing here. Okay, what if I not call here? Save it, run it, reload it. I'm just calling the VWIRAT. See here, it is setting, but it is not adding the existing value. Okay, it is taking the only one value. Okay, so to set the value, if you use a set value, it is going to be add every characters. Okay, the first will be A, the next will be B. So every set method, whatever, it is going to be take a existing value A and a new value B. Again, the existing value AB and a third value will be ABC. So it is like set method. It is going to be like this. It is going to be keep on adding like this. Okay. So got it. So event means what? It is going to be changed. Something is happened. When this is something is happened, that is going to be print the value. So we will understand one more time. So I have a function called the event handler. Then I have defined a use state hooker. So this is the hooker. We are going to be discussing the later session in the deeper way. So input value. So this is a anything. Okay. Sir, what is the input? Can I take a value, another value also? Yes, you can. So just you can take a ABC also. So all you have to change everywhere ABC. Okay. So input value, it is a for my reference, I take a input value. You can take a my value, or you can take a anything. So I'll see what happened. I want to take a my value, and here my value and my value and save it, run it. Still, it will work same. Okay, got it. So here what happens? So I have taken input value and the initial value will be an empty. Set input value method I take. So I am going to be set every time the you have clicked on the input value. So that is a sorry, not input value, that is a value. When you click on the input value, so it is going to be add the new value. Got it? So this is called an event. So we'll go through one more time. Event handler. So initial value, input value empty. So that's why this text box will be empty. Okay. The next what is happening here? So we are calling the initial value is input value, that is an empty. Then whenever on changes will be happen, handle event will be called. From the handle event, we are going to pass the event object. That event object which is having a lot of things, we are going to be take a event dot target dot value. So set input value is a method. We are going to be set the value, whatever the value we have entered in the value field. Okay, so this is the input value. Whatever the value it is going to be changed, so automatically it is going to be displayed here. So this is called what you can say the event. Okay, so one more thing is we are going to be called as one more thing called a event binding. What is an event binding? So let's create a one more folder. We are going to be create a one more folder, event bind dot JSX. Sorry, that is a folder name, not a JSX is needed. That event binding is there inside the event binding. So that is a event bind dot JSX. So the React functional component export. So it is we have created a functional component. Okay. So here what happened? The event binding is a one thing. It is going to be handle the uh, what is an event? It's the event is just something it's happened. So we need to bind the event. So how to do? So for that, I want to create a one use state hook here. The constant open close brace equals to use state. So that is the use state initially. It is an empty. So that is the input value set input value. So this is the one method. So from there, I want to create a one function. What is the function? So before that, I need to display some of the input field. So that is the input forward slash. So inside the input, the what is the value property? The value is the one thing, that is the input value. Whatever the initially it is an empty, that is the input value will be empty. So then on change equals to I want to call the one function handle input change. So that function I want to define here. Function handle input change. Then open close brace. I want to pass the event object here. Okay. So I am passing the event object. So now what I want to do? I want to call the set input value. Set input value of the event. Sorry, event dot target dot value. Okay. Okay. So now what is happening here? So this is the information. Okay. So we are calling the one more function here. So where? So this is the input button is there. So this is it is closed here. Okay. Then I want to create a one more button inside a button. So no need to start a close like this. I will use a button, self-closing button. So here what I want to do, I want to call the on-click method from the handle input change. Okay. So this is the handle input. Sorry, not. So I will use a different method. What is this one? Handle click. Okay. So this is the handle click I want to call. So I want to pass the value equals to. So we can pass the value like this also, or else we can, what we will do, we need to pass the button value here. Button, sorry, button name. So click me, something like that. So this is the click me, and I will use one paragraph. The input value is colon open close brace. So close it. So that is the input value. So this is the input value we are going to be passing. Okay. So now what we are going to be call a one more function, that is the handle click. So where we need to define here constant handle. So we need to call the property copy control V handle click open close brace uh, function handle click, then alert button click. Okay, the first what we have declared here, that is the input value, and initial value will be empty because of code. Then we are calling the one more function, that is a handle input change. Whenever there is a change in the input text field, automatically it has to be called, and it has to be called set event set input value, that event dot target object event dot target at value. It is going to be set, that event will be, so then going to be set the value. So then we are calling the one more function, that is a on click event. So this is on change is different, on click is different. When we click on that button, so it is going to be called the handle click, then it is calling a one more function. Okay, so here we will see here the output. So here it is if you close this one, if I go for the browser, it is still running this old example only. So we have defined a button, it is not there. So why? Because it is there inside a button in the event box. So for that, I want to close this one. I will close this one too. So that is that I will call a event point. See here, automatically it is came here. Event point forward slash save it. We'll go here. So event handler is not defined. Where? We'll go here. We'll close this one. Welcome to ReactJS program. So if you just click here, so it is there. So there are two events are there. One is a on click and one is a on change. So if you call the, this is the on change event. When you click here, on click event. So these are the two events are there. Okay. So this is called the what you can say, that is the events. So now we are going to be thought to complete one more exam, two more example, but fine. So we have stuck a little bit on the last program, the first, that is the first program. Uh,